How can someone struggling with mental health change the way someone shows up in a relationship?
I think it's about honesty, to be honest with you. I think if you are feeling a certain kind of way or if you're in a dark time, someone can't have empathy or compassion towards it if they don't even know. And then I think it can present itself in probably quite a negative way and can build resentment and it can kind of really push the divide in between two people. So I think it's that the onus is on the person struggling to really communicate it.
Be as open as possible.
Mm.
I think if you are open as possible, at least then you've said it, you've laid it all out then, and hopefully the other party would be able to understand and say, okay, let's work on this, let's try and sort this out, let's support each other.
And if I could just add on as well, like I'd encourage. Let's be honest, men, we generally struggle being vulnerable. We struggle speaking and opening up and talking about emotions or anything challenging that we might be experiencing mentally or emotionally. Do you know what I mean? We'll just kind of like do our best to muscle our way through it and just crack on. But sometimes that can make your partner feel very shut out, or it can make them feel like there's a barrier. And if they don't understand why that's occurring, where's this barrier come from, then their natural instinct will be to kind of like try and wonder or pick themselves apart. Have I done something? Is it something I've said? And then that can lead them to doing actions or behaviors that they're not necessarily going to help solve the problem.
I think it's just going to get heavier and heavier and heavier for the person, holding everything. And then, like I said before, if you can be as open as possible right at the beginning, I think that will make a big difference going forward. But the longer you keep it in, it's just going to get more and more difficult, more and more challenging, and that's when things can, be quite stressful.
And to tie it back to what you were saying earlier, Georgia, about healthy relationships as well, I think that both parties, they've got to actually keep that space safe. They can't use that against their partner in the next argument that they have, because once that happens, that trust is broken. They'll never open up again.
Yeah, for
It's,
sure.
it's, it's just going to get more and more difficult for that person,
Yeah.
Whoever it is. If they're not comfortable, then they're just going to just possibly just leave it, and then, things could spiral out of control.
Yeah, for sure. So would you say mental health can explain some behaviours in relationship, but absolutely not excuse it? Like what we were touching on earlier.
I think that's fair.